Hey everyone, it's Tom here with EscapeDates, and I have the distinct pleasure today to interview Amber Rose. Many of you have seen Amber Rose in our community. She does a little bit of volunteer work and meeting with people and does some social media work with Escape Artist and EscapeDates. So we're happy to have you here today. But today's not about, I guess, what you do for business, but it's who are you, Amber, and what are you doing with EscapeDates?
Well, yeah, thanks, Tom, for having me. I have so much to say about EscapeDates. I'll introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. I'm the Community Engagement Director for EscapeDates, and I'm 28 years old. I'm a single mom. I have a 4-year-old daughter. And I have been embarking on a variety of entrepreneurial ventures since I was about 19 years old or so. I always make fun of myself and say I was an entrepreneur without a business for like 6 years. And, I think the whole thing along the way was really, for me, I was soul searching. And from the outside, many people saw me trying out this venture and that venture, and I was really just trying to find what I wanted to do, what was that something for me that I could do naturally, authentically, and not have to be a salesperson doing it. So I've done lots of different network marketing companies, come from a very solid sales and marketing background, as well as promotions and all that stuff. So that kind of thing. I'm a natural networker, so that kind of fits the bill. But again, there's always some sales there, so it's never really quite left a good taste in my mouth. And then, just last year, gosh, I guess it still technically is this year. Actually it was last year, 2010, in September 2010, I co-founded a social media management company called Social Media Farmer. And plugging into that, I learned so much about the internet and just how to really get out there and own yourself first and foremost, who you are, what you represent, and your passion primarily, not necessarily a product or service. So anyway, it's been a wild ride. And lo and behold, that was the very path that brought me here into discovering this amazing community. And I don't know, like I said, I just have so many things to say about EscapeDates. Really, the way I always tell people is I didn't really find EscapeDates. EscapeDates kind of found me. I was just poking around, and I don't know, to be quite honest, and I think this is really funny because when I first was introduced to EscapeDates, I didn't know what the heck it was. I don't know, Tom, if you remember me being like, okay, like,
it took a little while.
It did, honestly. But, the thing was I knew there was something. I just couldn't quite figure out what it was at first. But when it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I remember there's a meetup out there. It's called Meet Plan Go. Many of you might know about it. It's international. And this group gets together and helps each other travel the world. And they have to take sabbaticals from work and, turn off their utilities and, cut their leases off. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Much of these things Escape Artist talks about. And I don't know how I ended up there, but I was sitting in the audience listening to all of these people talk about their travels, and the tugging at my heart for the adventure that these people were having and that I had been longing for so much since I left the military, 6 years ago? I was in the Navy. I guess I didn't mention that part. Right. I had traveled the world, literally been around the world and back by the time I was 21 years old. And so listening to these people talk about their travels and stuff, I was like, wow, this would be a really good market for these guys should really know about EscapeDates. Because, they're talking about how they need income to travel, and they're talking, looking for jobs in these foreign countries as they're there, teaching English as a second language, and just doing various odds and ends jobs to keep their head above water. And it was on that very day that I just, like I said, I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and all of a sudden I realized I was smack dab in the middle of my dream everything. And so, I don't know, gosh, now I'm just at the point where every single thing around me is like related to this community, and I see so much how it can help every single person, no matter what they're doing, what they want to do in their lives or in their business. I'm just like amazed with how awesome of a vehicle this is for anyone. And I get to meet lots of crazy cool people, so it's been lots of fun.
All over the world. I mean, I was talking to, I think it was Macarena Rose earlier in an interview, and she talked about the difference between escape dates. It's just not a bunch of people promoting bars and promotional events and things like they do on some of the other social media, but it seems like people here are more sharing like I saw one guy that had a resort that he had, I'm eager to interview him to see his resort, because I can just tell by his character that it's going to be a really cool, very hip place down in Mexico. But, tell me about some of the people that you've met, on Escape Dates. What have you been finding as far as the members?
You know, it's so compelling because everybody seems to have the same mindset as me. They all want to just live life to the fullest. You know, they're totally outside of the box. They have big dreams, larger than life dreams. And whether they're embarking upon their journey, just getting going, or they're already living it, these people they're all over the world. They're living with their families in amazing places like, Belize, Costa Rica, Panama. I mean, just some of the most exotic countries in the world. And, I don't know. It seems so far everyone I talk to is just so full of life and energy. And I can't tell you, I don't know if you noticed, but I have a lot of energy. And most times, it's very hard to find people that can match that. But in this community, it's like I can get on with someone, Valerie Shannon. Any of you have seen the interview? I actually just did an interview with her myself. And just being able to have that synergy, that, like I said, that energy that, we can just kind of, we feed off each other, and it feels great. It feels alive.
You look at a year from now and the amount of people that you'll know around the world because of this community. It's almost like you'll have a friend in every country that you go to that you could call on once you do begin your journey of traveling everywhere. And I think that's the dream of everybody why they get involved in the Escape Dates is they go, you mean I could do this for a living? If I could get my base of my income built up first, and then I'd have the ability to travel around the world, then this business even becomes so much easier because you're actually living the lifestyle.
Exactly. Oh, and I've learned so much as it is. Like, I didn't know I had kind of heard about couch surfing, in the past, but just like talking to people, I'm finding out about all these little pockets of establishments, other communities, and just organizations of people that do things like that. And that's exactly right. So if you have these kinds of, with those couch surfers, you're going out there and you're going into someone else's home, and they're pretty much a stranger until you go there, and then you're like literally on their couch, right? I mean, that sounds fun and adventurous, which I'm all for, but maybe a little off for some people. And I don't know, I just think it's great because with Escape Dates, you can reach out and you can meet people and connect and make friends. We have video chats so we can really see each other inside of the Escape Dates walls and really get to know each other, and then strike and go. And you can feel safe and solid, along your journey. I just think that's the coolest thing.
What's given making $5,000-$10,000 a month with Escape Dates? So, what is your escape artist dream? What if you had a solid amount of income coming in every month, or when you have it coming in? What's the plan? Where are you heading first, and what are you going to be doing with your daughter? And tell me about your vision and your dreams.
Oh my gosh. This is a completely impromptu interview, y'all. So it's like, you say that and I picture a map, I'm just like, where do I go first? When you have so many options, it's like, what do you choose? And I would really just have to say I've always wanted to just throw a dart at a map and go.
As long as it doesn't end up in North Korea, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get do-overs, okay? That's my right. I get do-overs, that's fine.
Sure.
But, I want it to be kind of random. We'll see who I meet and I've already been invited to Mexico. A guy who wants me to help him, work on his marketing campaign for some big real estate thing he has going on, selling, big, large land pieces in Mexico. He's already, wanting to bring me out there and, meet and talk and all this. And I'm going like, whoa, it's crazy, but so much fun and so exciting. So, I'm a video blogger. I do a lot on YouTube and stuff like that. And I have this thing that I do. It's called The Adventures of the Real Amber Rose. And so my plan and my escape artist dream is literally to just travel and what we say video blog, travel and blog my adventures. My tagline is live life. I'm just a girl who lives life to the fullest and records it so you can tag along.
That's very cool.
That's my plan.
I know that adventure.
And my daughter, I'm already teaching her. What?
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that my daughter, I'm already teaching her Spanish, and we talk about different countries and stuff like that all the time. So she's already poised and ready to see the world.
Do you see, as your life as a single mom, is this when you take this opportunity, you and your daughter being able to travel everywhere, is that a vision that you really have for her to be able to see the world rather than just being down in one place?
Oh my gosh. We're right smack dab in the middle of Christmas time right now. And one of the things that has come up is like, I can't wait till I can go, because one of the traditions I want to start, and I've been thinking, here, in Chicago, doing a different kind of holiday celebration, from celebrations around the world. And I was just dreaming the other day about how cool it would be to get up and actually go to these places and celebrate the holidays in these actual places around the world. So, oh yeah, we talk about that. We talk about that kind of thing all the time. I've always wanted to homeschool her. Sometimes I think that it would be way too much for me with everything I have on my plate. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but I mean, whatever it takes. For me, I'm just I'm a firm believer in, you make the decision and everything falls into place. So I'm just ready to get up and go and have experience, because I mean, what else is there,
As far as new members coming on board, I know that we've got some people have business profiles up, some people have personal profiles up. How are you marketing your business? I mean, what are you doing to get other friends to sign up?
Oh, from outside of the community and bringing them in. You know what? To be quite honest, give me 1 second. I want to show you this. You're supposed to step out of the screen there in the little camera, but I have to show you because it's as simple as this amazing little business card that I have. You can see it here. I mean, literally, it's a player's card. It's a trading card, and I'm really supposed to autograph it with a Sharpie, but it has my email, it has my direct domain, therealamberrose.com, which right now it goes to a separate blog, but I do want to have it directed to my profile. The whole point being that just as I meet people, I have no incentive. I mean, there's really nothing there that I'm promoting or pushing anything. It's like, let's connect. Here's my card. When they connect with me, that's where they're going, is to EscapeDates, and they can't help but see it. So, they see the banner. I mean, it's just, The Real Amber Rose is my brand. I'm all about authenticity, and I've never found anything that I can do in a more of a natural way than this. And I have been hunting for that whole element of completely natural and authentic, and it doesn't get any easier.
People always ask, they say, well, what's the product of EscapeDates? What would your answer be?
Me. I mean, really, I don't know. I think it is. It's people, it's relationships, you know? And I mean, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if you're not in this, you know, new media stuff and you're still out, no matter what you're doing, you're creating relationships. And if you're not, then your business is probably dying, right? So it's like, it's there no matter what it is you're doing in life. And that's what we're here to do in Escape Dates, is build relationships and simply build them on a specific platform that just so happens to pay you a lot of money to do it.
Right. Well, I was talking about, Escape Dates kind of being a venue or a catalyst to creating quality of life results. I don't know if you're at the office right now. It appears you may be at home. I know I'm at home in my office. What are the ideas of the desires of you heading back to a high rise and going back into a cube? Any desires for that?
Oh my gosh.
That's a rhetorical question.
Yeah, like I don't even think that. No, you're like, are you in your home or your office? I'm like, it's like a synonym for me these days. I mean, It really, I work, and you know what I love? I was just saying this too, because I have a smartphone, and as I'm out and about, I mean, I was getting chicken the other day at one of the top fried chicken places in Chicago when I'm like working. You know, I'm on Skype, I'm doing email.
Wait.
I can.
What is the top fried chicken place in Chicago? Now that you've mentioned that, or what's the top chicken place?
You know what? I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. Put me on the spot. I honestly don't remember.
You'll remember.
We were just driving by, and that's just the kind of thing that I do. I just, let's go! And we ended up there. We saw a line, and we were like, that place has got to be good.
Well,
and then we saw tons of reviews.
You owe it to the Escape Artist readers to let them know what the best chicken place in Chicago is, because there's a lot of best pizza places in Chicago, but nobody's ever given me a name for the best pizza place. It's always Chicago just has the best pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it was good. So, now I forgot what I was saying.
Well, we were talking about quality of life and just, working at home and just everything you're going to be doing moving forward. So.
Well, I mean, come on. Doesn't the slogan say it all? Live where you want to live how you want to live, love who you want to love, and make money doing it.
Wow, is it really that easy?
I really feel it is. And I've been having tons of fun. And for me, my joy and my vibration, everything, just me living and sharing my energy and influencing and helping other people with the natural energy that I have is the most important thing. And just being able to bring that light into other people's lives, I think it's what it's all about. So
I talked to a lady.
I'm finally doing it. What?
Yeah. I said I talked to a lady the other day, and she was talking about having 5 or 6 girls over at her house every week, and just inviting her employees and them having, I guess, cocktails and hors d'oeuvres, and she was going to kind of do meetings around the couches and just kind of show the 25-minute presentation and show their friends. And I don't know, I've run across people, and I don't know if you have, but they see Escape Dates and they understand that it's a paid membership as opposed to something free like Facebook. What's the difference between the two? What do you think the difference between the two is?
Well, I mean, I guess you kind of get what you pay for. Facebook is a lot of fun, but there's also a lot of spam on there. I know I'm getting bombarded with advertisements all the time that kind of distract me, and I don't know, it's kind of in your face. I don't necessarily mind them, but they can be a bit much. So, and for me, I think it's really the type of person that you're finding. On Facebook, they have the different groups, right? And they're all kind of niched out of different genres of people and different interests and stuff. And while we will have that here with Escape Dates, I think the whole community, as an entity, we all have the same go-getter, live life, to the fullest on your own terms mentality. And, I don't know, to me, that's the biggest difference and the most important one, for me personally.
Gotcha. So it'll be a more focused group that are more, it's like they're all they're after that slogan. These are people, this whole community has an agenda, and that is to live where they want to live how they want to live, love who they want to love, make money doing it.
Exactly. So on Facebook, where I typically market and I help my clients market, it's like, okay, well, you're going to have to weed out the ones. You're going to have to filter through. You're going to have to really get people to raise their hand and say, I'm interested in this, that, or the other. But with EscapeDates, it's like everybody that's joining has already raised their hand. They're already wearing the go-getter t-shirt, So I always use the word elite, kind of. I like that word. And for me, it describes this community because, I don't know, I think it's our level of life, the desire that we have is just, it's on another level. It's on another plane, so.
Well, as far as that, what are some of your hobbies outside of communicating on EscapeDates? What are some of your hobbies?
Mm-hmm. Besides, travel, of course. Dancing. I love to dance. I'm a country girl, truth be told. It only comes out sometimes. And of course, I'm here in Chicago. We're not very country here, but I love it nonetheless. And foreign language. I speak Spanish already. And I plan on learning many more languages. When I was in the military, I took a test called the D-Lab, Defense Language Aptitude and Battery, and practically aced it for as high as you could ace a test like that anyway. They teach you a made-up language in a 2-hour window, and then you test on it. So foreign language is a huge hobby of mine. And, I have the world's longest bucket list, I feel like. I'm just all about experience. I really just want to be like, oh, been there, done that. Yes, 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 and yes. And that's what I want to do. Everything and anything. You
look like you're ready to own your world, and I appreciate you being on the interview today, and hope to see you soon again on another one, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
The real Amber Rose. Thank you, Amber. Take care.
Yeah.